You see this pot? This is the only budget you will ever need. Every other system, completely useless. I tried them all. The complex spreadsheets, the 30 different categories, the apps that made me track every single coffee. And I failed every single time, until I discovered the simplest idea that changed everything. This is the one pot budget, and it's the only reason I'm not stressed about money anymore. I used to think a budget meant giving every single dollar a job. You know the drill. $200 for groceries, $150 for gas, $80 for fun. But what happens when groceries cost $210? The whole system collapses. You feel like a failure and you just give up. That was me every single month. The problem wasn't my discipline. The problem was the system. It was too complicated and too rigid. So I threw it all out. I deleted the spreadsheets, I ignored the categories, and I replaced it with one single rule. I call it the one pot method. Here's how it works and why it will change your life. First, you need two accounts, just two. Your main checking account and a new savings account. That's it. No complicated buckets. Now the magic happens on payday. The second that paycheck hits, I immediately pay my fixed bills. Rent, car payment, utilities, any real debt payments. That stuff gets taken care of first. No questions asked. Then I automatically transfer a set amount straight into my savings. This is for my future goals. It's not an afterthought. It's the second most important bill I pay. Okay, now for the one part pot. Whatever money is left in my checking account after bills and savings, that's the pot. And that one pot of money has to cover everything else for the entire month. We're talking groceries, gas, eating out, movies, haircuts, random Amazon purchases, everything. This is where the psychological shift happens. Traditional budgets lie to you. They make you think, I have $50 left in my eating out category so I can spend it, even if you're almost out of gas money. The categories create blind spots and make you make dumb decisions. The one pot budget tells you the brutal, honest truth. There is only one number. That number is your entire financial reality. Let me show you how this makes you think rationally. Let's say you have $800 left in the pot with 2 weeks to go. With the old budget, you might see you have $200 for dining out. So you go for a $100 fancy dinner because you're under budget. It feels justified, even if it's a terrible decision. With the one pot budget, you see that $800 has to cover food, gas, and everything else for 14 days. That $100 dinner is now $100 coming directly out of your grocery and gas money. You instantly see the trade-off. This fancy meal now could mean you're eating rice and beans at the end of the month. It forces you to prioritize naturally. You stop asking, do I have money in this category? And you start asking the only question that matters. What does spending this money cost me in terms of my other priorities for the rest of the month? This is rational thinking. This is control. Okay, you're thinking, but what about unexpected expenses? What if my friend has a birthday? What if my car needs a quick repair? This is the best part. The one pot budget already includes that. It's not a fun-only fund. It's a life happens fund. That birthday gift or that small repair comes out of the pot. This forces you to get creative and make decisions you'd otherwise avoid. Do you skip a few takeout meals that week to afford the gift? Do you postpone buying that new video game to cover the repair? The pot makes you face reality immediately, so a $50 surprise doesn't blow up your entire financial system. It's already built to absorb life's little shocks. So I actually used this for my last pay period. I got paid, I paid my bills, I sent $300 to savings, and I was left with $1,200 in my one pot to last 2 weeks. See that? Turning down the jacket wasn't painful. It was a logical choice. The pot gave me a clear reason to say, not yet. And at the end of the 2 weeks, I still had over $100 left in the pot, which I then rolled right into my next pot, giving me a head start. It felt like a game I was winning. Your mission is simple. Next payday, try it. Don't overcomplicate it. Pay your bills, pay your savings, and then just live out of that one pot. Watch how your brain starts to make smarter decisions all on its own. If you do this and find even an extra $50 by the end of the month, I want to hear about it. Comment below and tell me one pot works. If you're ready to stop fighting with your budget and start winning with your money, hit that subscribe button. We're building real wealth by cutting out the complexity. I'll see you in the next video.